Intervia Japan is now in Nairobi, Kenya, covering the 6th edition of the Tokyo International Conference for African Development, happening for the first time in Africa. This is a key moment for the Japan-Africa relations, hoping to see more of the Japanese private sector involved in the African development. We will present you here the highlights of the TICAD VI.
This is the 6th session now of TICAD, and it brings together African leaders, Japanese leaders, and it brings together our joint programs to improve the condition of humankind, not only in our region and in Japan, but also in the world. TICAD means to enable Africa to take ownership and to move toward Agenda 2063, and to get the support from Japan to be able to carry it in a partnership that is strong, that recognizes the strengths and the weakness of each side, but that stresses mutuality, in benefits to all of our peoples.
African countries are doing quite a lot in terms of improving the general business and investment environment. And most times people don't even realize that, And so the point really is that despite all the economic challenges that you see with the economic headwinds, many African countries are growing significantly, and they continue to do the same basic things. Just continue to improve the policy, the legal, regulatory and general business investment environment. That is going to be critical for foreign direct investment to continue to come to Africa.
Le Japon est un partenaire privilégié depuis 30 ans presque, depuis que le TICAD est fait. Mais je pense qu'il y a une timidité de la part du Japon, le manque d'agressivité. Le Japon et ses ressources, je sais qu'il y a eu quand même des récessions économiques qui les ont frappés, mais le Japon a les moyens de pouvoir investir dans la région du gagnant-gagnant.
Well, what we want to see is increased support, especially through the private sector, because that's one part where we feel that more can be done after with TICAD VI, strengthening investment with the private sector and the private sector investing in Zambia and also in other African countries, so that will help strengthen our collaboration and also ensure that there is more sustainability in terms of the support that we're getting through this cooperation.
In the presence of heads of states, Japan delegation and representatives from 54 African countries, the Declaration of Nairobi has recognized the importance of the private sector to promote economic development of Africa in respect with the 2063's agenda of the African Union Commission. Maintaining stability and security are essential elements to ensure economic prosperity and job creation through the industrialization of Africa.
So definitely, interaction between Japan and Africa is to their benefit, but also to our benefit. This getting together of Japan and Africa, very important in those two contexts. The context of enhancing prosperity for everybody, and also guaranteeing security of the peaceful people, peace-loving people.
TICAD VI has also been a unique gathering for more than 100 Japanese companies and its leaders to discuss business opportunities with their African counterparts in a new climate of optimism toward Africa.
将来世界の経済をアフリカが成長することによって世界経済を牽引していく、引っ張っていく、リードしていく、そういうアフリカを我々は期待をしています。そのためにはアフリカの皆さんが自助努力でオーナーシップを発揮して努力をすること、そして同時に国際社会が適切に上手にアフリカをサポートしていく、その両方の力がうまくコンビネーションすればアフリカは明るい未来になると思います。
TICAD is the best opportunity to have, how can I say, the interactive knowledge and experience. So that Japan know much more about Africa through TICAD. So also the African people can know about the business opportunity and possibility with us. So I think that this is the best opportunity.
Kaizen is very important in African market because first the discipline part. doing something is good, but improving it constantly, I think that is something that really lacks in here. And it's not only about like our daily job, it's related to our private life as well, and try to create a kind of synergy between communities.
But the other thing that we would like to learn from the Japanese, which they've done, I believe, better than most countries, is in building small Japanese companies that form part of a supply chain that supplies all these big corporations. Take the automotive sector. Toyota has multiples of small Japanese companies that make components in small factories, and they are part of a supply chain. We want to be part of it. We want to build a similar experience. We want to be able to build strong, small, medium-sized enterprises. Logistics and efficiency logistics is the #1 challenge. So Japan invented efficiency in logistics, just in time, all those things. So if we can learn from that, it makes us competitive. So those are some of the things that I think we can learn from Japan.
For a number of Japanese companies already established and active in Africa, they fully understand the challenges and the business opportunities Africa has to offer.
We just opened an office 3 years ago in Johannesburg, and I'm the first chief representative officer of the Johannesburg office. I'm fully responsible for the whole African business. And our business has been very successful last 3 years. And our profit and size of asset, it's grown by 7 times if we compare with 3 years ago.
We had an operation in 53 countries in Africa out of 54. We had a good chance to show what we can do for African people. And actually our slogan in this continent is for Africa in Africa.
This is the best location for this. So this is a nice opportunity to introduce ourselves to African country, also other Japanese country as well.
So of course Koyo is a sort of trading company. So I need a sort of Japanese professional group like Tokyo Electric Company or Chubu Electric Company. The all first class sort of electricity company in Japan. And also gas companies like Tokyo Gas, Osaka Gas, the biggest two gas company in Japan. Very much interested in the sort of the business of electrification business anyhow. So, but haven't decided yet. But we like to make a sort of consortium, Japanese consortium. I like to come to African countries. So first class, sort of professional groups I am making up now. So then I directly come to Tanzania. That's my thought at the moment. So, you know, Tanzania now nearly 50 million people living there. So I like to supply the electricity to all the people of Tanzania, finally. I don't know how much taking time, you know, but that's my dream.
This was the first time that TICAD was held in Africa. Over 8,000 people have attended this event, including more than 400 journalists. For Kenya, the host country and its capital city, Nairobi, this event was a great achievement in terms of security, logistics, hospitality in organizing a world-class conference. TICAD VI is considered a great success, as it brought to Africa over 100 business leaders from Japan in support of Prime Minister Shinzo Abe's commitment and leadership to increase Japan's business activity across the continent with the youngest population in the world. The next edition of TICAD will be held in 3 years in the city of Yokohama. For Mr. Hirofumi Sato, chairperson of the Yokohama City Council, it will be a great honor to welcome African leaders and its delegation to strengthen the links between Japan and Africa. Japan and the World magazine has published a special TICAD edition 2016 that has been praised by a great number of participants.
Karibu Kenya! Don't miss the next issue of Japan and the World.
me.